Hello there again, you good people. And anyhow, for my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids, that's why I'm doing this. Someday when I'm in heaven with Jesus, maybe some of them will want to look at this. But today I'm going to tell you about, number one was with the gospel group called the King's Four Quartet. And they sang quite a bit down in Appalachia because number one was from Tennessee. And we traveled down that way and sing at those Baptist churches. There's a lot of good Baptist churches down there. And one time we was on the road traveling. We had bought the King's Four Quartet had bought this bus, and we was traveling down the road, and they had one of those CB radios. Hello there, hello, how are y'all? You know, this truck driver was talking to us. He said, "Oh, you're a gospel group?" He said, "I wonder if you'd come to my church." And it was down in way down in Tennessee somewhere. Well, I don't remember the exact location, but I always went on the bus with him when number one was singing. He was the lead singer in that group. And so they said hello, and he said, "I wonder if you'd come sing for us at my church sometime." They said, "Well, we'd be glad to. When we pull over, we'll park and we'll make a date." So they made a date for some weeks later to go down and sing at this church. And when the time came, we went down there. And it was a little hicky country town down there in Appalachia. Mountains. Poor people. So we pulled in at the correct address. We was pretty sure it was the correct address. The bus was bigger than the church. And that's a fact, Jack. We couldn't believe it. Well, they got out of the bus, and we had a woman piano player. And there was no piano in the church. So we said, "Where's the piano?" They said, "Oh, it tore up and broke down. We just threw it out the back door." What do you do now? We don't have no piano. Our piano player, she's not going to be playing. Buddy played the guitar, and he happened to bring his guitar with him. So he played the guitar, and the quartet sang for the 15 or 20 people that were there. They fulfilled their obligation to give a program. So he said, "I tell you what," the guy that invited us, he said, "I have a house." He said, "But we had to tear one of the rooms off because it was leaking so bad. So we're going to go for dinner." They always took us out for dinner wherever we went. He said, "A friend is going to entertain us, and we're going over to his house. So just follow me." He had a pickup truck. So we got in the bus, and we just followed him back into those mountains. And finally he come in, went on up them roads. Unless you live from down there, you don't know about them roads, but they are not nice in the least. So we went up that road behind that feller, and we got to this house, and it was a log house. And it had a big porch out front. And there was hound dogs everywhere, I'm not lying. I mean, there must have been 5 or 6 hound dogs. Those kind that hunt coons and foxes or whatever. They were hunting dogs. He said that the dogs won't bother you. He was wrong. It bit one of our people. One of them did. One of them was not friendly. Well, she wasn't too bad hurt, but we doctored it and it was okay. And he said, "Now y'all come on in and have dinner." Honey, I'm sorry to tell you, that place was nasty. And what are you going to eat with all that nasty looking food? You know, you don't know what you're going to get. Now, we had that bus, and the piano player did not get off the bus. She said, "I'll just wait here while y'all have dinner," which she did. So they took her out a plate to the bus so she would have some lunch because she was afraid of the dogs. So anyway, I looked at all the food. It was in the summertime, and they had a pot of rosiners, which is corn to y'all, boiling on the stove, and it was done. They were done. So they poured the water off. I said, "Now that'll be safe to eat." So I had a couple of roast ears, and that worked for me for lunch. But Pearl, our piano player, out on the bus, when we got back on the bus, she said, "Do you know that plate they bought out here to me had a big hair in it? And I just lowered the window and gave it to the hound dogs." She said I couldn't eat it. It made me sick. And that really happened. And so we did our duty, and we had dinner with them, and we respected them and treated them kindly, and they treated us kindly. They didn't get an offering for gas money that Sunday, but God provided, and we made it back home. So that's the little story of one of our Appalachian singings that we went to with the King's Four Quartet. So thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. May the Lord bless you. I love you, and He loves you. So have a blessed day. God is good all of the time. So walk the path that would be pleasing to Him. And that's what I'm trying to do. So God bless you. Bye-bye.